5:17 now. Voters across the state will cast ballots tomorrow in Louisiana's presidential primary, but there are some local elections you need to know about as well. Here's a look at some of the races getting attention in the metro area. Eligible voters can vote on Mandeville Mayor and City Council, Madisonville Mayor and Town Council. The Covington City Council at-large seat is also up for grabs, as well as the Mayor of Jean Lafitte. There will also be races for Grand Isle Police Chief and Town Council. Voters can decide who replaces Orleans Parish Judge Angelique Reed in the First City Court Section B, and the state representative spot for District 54 also needs to be filled. The polls open at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Election officials say masks are recommended and that all voting machines will be regularly wiped down. Also, make sure to download our mobile app for the latest information on the races. We'll be updating you throughout the day as election results come in.